motherfucker.
Hold up, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me,
They're
I thought he was a con
they're-
artist,
no, they're-
just based off his look.
They're at edge.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Friday, November 26, 2021. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. If you were traveling, hope everybody stayed safe and had a good time with your families. We have a pretty good slate of games today. Have some college football games today, some NBA. There's college basketball. So we got some different things that we'll talk about this morning. Again, I'm not talking about a whole lot of college basketball right now just because it's so early in the season that it's hard to get a good feel for the game. So I like waiting a little bit on college basketball. Plus, right now with college football, NFL, NBA, just quite a bit going on. Had a good day of games yesterday in the NFL. I was 5-0 on the picks I gave out. And then actually I gave out a parlay as well. And the parlay I was 4-1 on. So it was actually 9-1 yesterday on my the picks I gave out. Before we get started on the games today, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. That show's live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We're also live at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. That show's on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. It's also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch as well. You can also find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room, both in podcast form on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, Breaker Cast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where you can find all the new information about our shows. We post our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show on there as well. Our interview announcements, everything gets posted on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. Check out our YouTube page. Got a lot of stuff on there. Please hit that subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate that as well. If you're a wrestling fan, we have a lot of content on there. I think we've done four pro wrestling shows that we've done live commentary for. So you can find them on the YouTube page. They're a whole show broke down in the matches. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi was actually at one of them shows, so go check that out. Also, we had a new shirt drop yesterday, a new GWR shirt. This shirt has front and back. You can find this shirt on our merch store at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. Go check it out. Get yourself one of these GWR shirts. Check out the rest of the merch on there. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right. Oh, one more announcement. Don't forget, today, live at 1 p.m. Eastern, we'll have special guest Brody Botkins will be live with us. You don't want to miss this conversation. But all right, let's jump into some college football to start things off today. First game, you have the Ohio against Bowling Green. This is a MAC game. Ohio is 3-8 on the season. Bowling Green is 3-8 on the season. Ohio is 6.5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 265 on the money line. Bowling Green's plus 210 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 48.5. Both these teams are having tough seasons. Bowling Green is 1-4 straight up at home, and they have failed to cover the spread in all three of their conference games. They've lost those three conference games by an average of 26 points. Ohio is 2-1 straight up on the road in MAC play. Neither offense is real great, but the Ohio's offense has been more consistent than what Bowling Green's offense has been. Bowling Green's defense allows nearly 200 yards a game on the ground. So that's going to be a key here. Can Bowling Green stop Ohio's running attack? Ohio is 4-0 straight up and 4-0 against ATS against the spread in their last 4 meetings at Bowling Green. I like Ohio here. Don't know about the 6.5. That's the only thing. 6.5 is in a MAC game. Dude, MAC games are crazy most of the time. I like the over the 48.5 in this game, though. That'd be my play on this game. Would be the over the 48.5. All right, next game we have Eastern Michigan at Central Michigan. All right. Eastern Michigan at Central Michigan. Oh, hold on. Eastern Michigan is 7-4. Central Michigan is 7-4. This is also another MAC game. Central Michigan are 7.5-point favorites at home. They are minus 300 on the money line. Eastern Michigan is plus 235 on the money line. Over under for this game 63.5. For Central Michigan, their running game has been great. They have a freshman running back that has more than 1,500 yards already on the season. He had 200 yards in his last game. The Eastern Michigan offense, the quarterback Bryant, he's thrown for over 27 yards and 14 touchdowns this season. He's completing over 70% of his passes. I think this is going to be a back and forth scoring game. I like Eastern Michigan here at the plus the 7.5, and I like the over the 63.5 in this game. I think this game has the potential to be a shootout, but I do like Eastern Michigan plus 7.5. All right, let's move on to the next game. Boise State at San Diego State. Boise State is 7-4. San Diego State is 10-1. Boise State is 2.5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 158 on the money line. San Diego State is plus 128 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 44.5. Boise State has been playing a lot better here at the second half of the season. San Diego State's one win away from clinching the Mountain West. Or clinching a spot in the Mountain West title game, excuse me. So this is going to be an interesting game. Yeah, San Diego State's going to try to control this game with their defense and the running game. Boise State has a good rush defense as well. This should be a pretty close game. Man, yeah, this going. I think this is going to be in. I like the over the 44.5, and I lean toward Boise State at the -2.5. Next game we have is Kansas State at Texas. Kansas State is 7-4. Texas is 4-7. Texas is 2.5-point favorites at home. They're -144 on the money line. Kansas State is +118 on the money line. Over under for this game is 54.5. This game isn't really going to mean a lot. I mean, neither one of these teams are going to be in the playoffs. But Texas has not looked good this year. They're coming off a loss to West Virginia. Kansas State's defense has been playing solid. Texas couldn't. Let's see. Kansas State is 4-1 straight up and 3-1-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. I think Kansas State's defense is going to give Texas's offense a lot of trouble. I like Kansas State here, money line at the +120. Next game, Utah State at New Mexico. All right. Utah State's 16.5-point favorites. They're -900 on the money line. New Mexico is +570 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 48.5. I think Utah State wins this game. 16.5 points is more points than I'm willing to give up, but I like the over the 48.5 in this game. Then we have Iowa at Nebraska. Be the next game today. Iowa's 9-2. Nebraska is 3-8. They have Nebraska as half-point favorites at home. Which kind of surprises me that Nebraska is the favorite in this game now. Iowa started out as the favorite, so this line has shifted completely. But Nebraska's -108 on the money line. Iowa's -112 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 40.5. Iowa's on a 3-game winning streak. Their offense has been the weak point for Iowa. They give up almost 300 yards a game. Their defense has been solid all season, though. Nebraska's going to be without their quarterback, Martinez, so that means redshirt freshman Smothers will start. It don't make no sense to me that Nebraska, with their backup quarterback starting, has moved to a favorite against Iowa. I like Iowa at the -112 on the money line. And I would lean toward the under the 40.5. Next game is UTEP at UAB. UAB's 13.5-point favorites. They're -700 on the money line. UTEP is +470 on the money line. Over under for this game, 49.5. I think UAB wins this game, but 13.5 is more than what I want to give up. But it's, to me, it's not enough to lay the 13.5 or to take the 13.5 with UTEP either. I lean toward the under the 49.5 in this game. Next game we have is Missouri at Arkansas. Arkansas's 15.5 point favorites, minus 700 on the money line. Missouri's plus 470 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 63.5. I like Arkansas to win this game, but me personally, I don't usually lay the big numbers like that. What I do like in this game is the under the 63.5. Next game, South Florida at UCF. UCF's 18.5 point favorites. Over under for this game, 62.5. I lean toward UCF here. I like UFC here at the minus 18.5. Don't take the big numbers a lot, but I don't see South Florida being able to compete with UCF today. So I like the minus 18.5 on that game. Coastal Carolina minus 15.5. Or Coastal Carolina's 15.5 point favorites at South Alabama. Coastal Carolina is minus 750 on the money line. South Alabama is plus 490 on the money line. Over under for this game is 55.5. I like Coastal Carolina minus 15.5. I think their offense is going to be too much for South Alabama, and their defense is going to cause South Alabama's offense some problems. UNLV at Air Force. Air Force is 17.5 point favorites, minus 1250 on the money line. UNLV is plus 710 on the money line. Over under 50.5. I lean toward the over the 50.5 in this game. Cincinnati at East Carolina. Cincinnati's 13.5 point favorites. Cincinnati's 11-0 on the season. East Carolina is 7-4. I like Cincinnati at the minus 13.5 in this game. I don't see East Carolina being able to score enough points to keep up with Cincinnati, especially on that. Cincinnati has a solid defense, and Cincinnati's going to try. They're not going to let up because they're going to try to win as impressively as they can because they're trying to make the college football playoff. I like Cincinnati here, minus 13.5. Next game, we have Colorado at Utah. Utah is 23.5 point favorites at home. They're minus 3,000 on the money line. Colorado is plus 1120 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 51.5. Get my notes pulled up here. All right, yeah. I think Utah wins this game. 23.5 is a lot of points. Utah's 8-3. Colorado's 4-7. Yeah, Utah's having a lot better season than Colorado. The Buffaloes are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games. Colorado is. I just don't, 23.5 points is more than what I'm willing to lay. TCU at Iowa State. Iowa State's minus or 50. Iowa State's 15.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 750 on the money line. TCU's plus 490 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 60.5. TCU is 5-6. Iowa State is 6-5. Iowa State is 6-3 ATS in their last 9 meetings against TCU. TCU has not been good against the spread this season. They're 2-8-1 ATS. Iowa State is 4-1 straight up at home. I think Iowa State's offense is going to be too much for TCU. I like Iowa State here at the minus 15.5. All right, let's move over now, and let's talk some NBA basketball real quick before we, and then we'll talk a little bit of NFL. We'll have our NFL picks up. Our picks for college football on Saturday will be up in the morning by like 9, and the same thing for Sunday for the NFL games. We will get them out to you guys. But all right, let's jump over. Let's talk some NBA. You got the Pistons at the Clippers. Clippers are 12-point favorites at home. Pistons have been one of the worst teams in the league. But Clippers still don't have Kawhi, so Clippers haven't been playing real great here either. 12 points is a little too much for me to lay, but I do like the over the 205. Timberwolves at the Hornets. The Hornets are 2-point favorites at home. They're minus 134 on the money line. T-Wolves are plus 114 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 226. I like the Hornets money line here. I think the Hornets are the better team. So I like the Hornets money line. Next game is the Phoenix Suns at the New York Knicks. The Knicks are 3.5-point the Suns are 3.5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 162 on the money line. New York is plus 136 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 216. The Suns are a better team here. Have been playing better than the Knicks. Knicks aren't a bad team by any means this year, but I think the Suns are a little better. 3.5. I like at 3.5. I don't know, but I like the Suns money line here. I think the Suns are going to win the game, so I like the Suns money line. Next game we have is the Chicago Bulls at the Orlando Magic. The Bulls are 9.5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 450 on the money line. Orlando's plus 350 on the money line. Over under for this game set at 211.5. I think the Bulls win this game, but Orlando's been playing better here lately, so I don't know if I feel great about giving up 9.5 points. Bulls are 12-7 on the season. Magic are 4-15. The Bulls are coming off a loss to Houston. The Bulls are 3-1 against the spread on the road. Magic on a 4-game losing streak. They have a young and experienced team. They can struggle to score offensively. I'll lean toward the Bulls here. I like what I do like more is the over the 211.5. Just 9.5 seems a little high. Wizards at the Thunder. The Thunder are 7.5-point, Wizards are 7.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 330 on the money line. The Thunder are plus 265 on the money line. Over under for this game 206. The Wizards have lost 2 in a row and 4 of their last 5. The Thunder have lost 4 of their last 5, and there'll be no Gilchrist Alexander again tonight. He's the Thunder's best player. I like the Wizards here at the minus 7.5. We have the Toronto Raptors at the Indiana Pacers. Pacers are 4-point favorites at home, minus 174 on the money line. Raptors are plus 148 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 210. OG Anunoby has been out with a hip. He's questionable for tonight. But Siakam has been back on the court for the Raptors. Raptors can go into offensive lulls where they can struggle to score. The Raptors are more of a balanced team. I think they have 6 guys that average in double figures. Pacers are 0-2 against the Raptors this season, but the Pacers are a lot healthier now than what they were earlier in the season when they played the Raptors. Pacers are 5-3 at home. They're 3-9 on the road. Pacers have been inconsistent. They blew the Bulls out the other night, lost a close game in overtime to the Lakers the next game. But the Pacers have been playing better. I like the Pacers here on the money line. Then we have the Celtics at the Spurs. The Celtics are 3-point favorites on the road. They're minus 146 on the money line. Spurs are plus 124 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 214.5. I like the Celtics in this game. I'd be more apt to take the Celtics at the money line though than why mess with the 3 points. And I like the over the 214.5 in this game. Pelicans at the Jazz. The Jazz are 12.5-point favorites against the Pelicans. Pelicans aren't very good at all. Zion, I guess, has started practicing, so he should be back soon. But I like the Jazz here at the minus 12.5. Milwaukee Bucks at the Denver Nuggets. The Bucks are 3.5-point favorites at home. Minus 162 on the money line. The Nuggets are at plus 136 on the money line. Over under for this game, 214. Bucks have been undefeated since Middleton has been back. They're 5-0. Nuggets have lost 3 straight without Jokic. If Jokic is on the floor tonight, I think this will be a good game and a real good game. Without Jokic, I don't think the Nuggets are going to be able to keep up with the other injuries they have. So I like the Bucks here at the minus 3.5. Maybe even take a money line. Then you have the Blazers at the Warriors. Golden State's been one of the better teams in the league this year. Golden State's 6-point favorites at home. They're minus 260 on the money line. Trailblazers are plus 215 on the money line. Portland's been playing inconsistent. Lillard has been playing a little bit better lately, but his shooting percentage hasn't been real well. He's been struggling some. So I like the Warriors here at the minus 6. And then we have the Sacramento Kings at the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are 7.5-point favorites at home. Minus 320 on the money line. The Kings are plus 260 on the money line. Over under for this game at 229. The Kings have won 1 of their last 5. Harrison Barnes is questionable tonight. He left the game early the other night. He's going to be a game time decision tonight. They did fire. The Kings have fired their coach. So they got their first one yesterday with their interim coach. They're 2-8 in their last 10 ATS, 5-4 ATS on the road. The Lakers, Anthony Davis is questionable. LeBron has been back. LeBron carried him. I hate to say it, but LeBron James carried him to a win in overtime against the Pacers. He was the main difference in that game there at the end. Without Davis, 7.5 might be a little too much. I'd watch and see if Davis is going to play. If Davis does play, I like the Lakers, but if he's not on the court, I'd probably stay away from this game. All right, let's get to, we'll go ahead and get to my picks of the day. All right, in college football, I like Kansas State money line, Iowa money line, and Coastal Carolina minus 15.5. In the NBA, I like the Charlotte Hornets money line, the Phoenix Suns money line, the Indiana Pacers money line, the Boston Celtics money line, and the Golden State Warriors minus 7.5. So to recap real quick, I like college football, Kansas State, Iowa money line, and then Coastal Carolina minus 15.5. In the NBA, I have the Hornets money line, the Suns money line, the Indiana Pacers money line, the Celtics money line, and the Golden State Warriors minus 7.5. All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern for Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Come join us. My picks were 5-0 yesterday. To recap today's picks one more time, college football, Kansas State money line, Iowa money line, and Coastal Carolina minus 15.5. And then in the NBA, I like the Hornets money line, the Phoenix Suns money line, the Indiana Pacers money line, Boston Celtics money line, and the Golden State Warriors minus 7.5. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR, Gonzo Sports Room. You can find both those shows in podcast form on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places just a podcast, you can find us. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where I post all the information about our shows. Our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show, get posted there as well. So to find out information about the shows, follow us, social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room. Check out our YouTube page. Please hit that subscribe button. On Facebook and Twitch, please hit the like buttons and the follow buttons. Rate and review. We greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, check out our new GWR shirt that just hit the merch store yesterday. Go check it out at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. You can find that link in the video description, or it's going across the screen in the ticker. Also, don't forget, 1 p.m. today, we'll have a special guest, Brody Botkins, will be joining the show. Should be a great conversation, so make sure you join us for that. We'll have our college football picks up for Saturday. They'll be up by 9 o'clock Saturday morning, usually sometime after midnight tonight. And then on Sunday, we'll have our college football or NFL picks up before 9 o'clock Sunday morning. They'll usually go up late Saturday night. Hope everybody's had a great Thanksgiving. If you're traveling home, be safe. If you're still enjoying time with family, enjoy it. Hope to see you guys here in a little over an hour for GWR Live. Special guest Brody Botkins joins us. We hope everybody has a great day. We will see you guys. If we don't see you guys here in an hour, we will see you guys Monday morning for Easy Money, a sports betting show. Have a safe weekend. Peace.